everyone, and today's video is about the beautiful flowering plant Kalanchoe. I'll share some simple care tips for growing healthy and blooming Kalanchoe indoors. Basically, Kalanchoes belong to a succulent family, and like all other succulent plants, they also thrive in bright, indirect sunlight. They can also tolerate some direct sunlight, especially in the morning or late afternoon, but be careful not to expose them to intense hot midday sun, which can scorch the leaves. So if you are growing your Kalanchoes indoors like me, then I would suggest try to place it near a sunny window or provide artificial light if natural light is insufficient in your home. And they prefer temperatures between 60 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, or let's say 15 to 30 degrees Celsius. They can tolerate slightly cooler temperatures but should be protected from frost and extreme cold. Watering plays an important role in Kalanchoe's care. I would suggest always check the soil before watering. Generally, these plants do not require a lot of water as they are succulents, and overwatering can lead to root rot. So I would suggest allow the 75% of the soil to dry out completely before you water your Kalanchoe. And if you closely observe Kalanchoe's leaves, you would see that they are flushy, they are thick, they store a lot of moisture, and this is the reason you should avoid watering on their leaves, as they are already having a lot of moisture. Extra moisture can create the atmosphere for the pest and the fungal diseases to grow. So avoid keeping them in too much water. And for fertilizing, I would always suggest to use a water soluble fertilizer. However, I would also suggest keep in mind over fertilizing can lead to more foliage production than the blooms. Generally, Kalanchoe plants prefer well-draining soil. A cactus or a succulent potting mix is an excellent choice for them. You can also make your own potting mix by combining 20% regular potting soil, 40% perlite or coarse sand to improve drainage, and 20% you can add orchid bark, and 20% any compost or worm castings or vermicompost, whichever is available to you. Mix all of them and your well draining potting soil is ready, which I'm sure your Kalanchoe plants are gonna love. And with this potting soil, you can repot your Kalanchoe when it's root bound or when you notice that the plant is outgrowing its current pot. This is typically done every 2 to 3 years. Generally, Kalanchoe plants are hardy, but they can be susceptible to pests like mealybugs and aphids. And if you see any pest attack, treat them immediately with neem oil. Isolate your plant and spray around the leaves with neem oil. Generally, the Blossfediana variety of Kalanchoe does not require a lot of pruning. However, I would suggest if you want to encourage more larger clusters of flowers or more blooms, then deadheading is the only key. Deadhead these spent flowers and you would see more blooms and more growth in your plant. And if you have little kids or pests around, then try to keep them away from this plant as they are toxic to humans and animals. So those were my simple yet effective plant care tips for growing healthy Kalanchoe indoors. Just keep a few things in mind, such as not overwatering them too much, avoid over fertilizing, and providing them with bright light. By following these tips, I'm sure your Kalanchoe will grow and bloom beautifully in your home. And if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in the next video. Till then, stay happy and happy planting.